Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back baby with another banging video. In this video guys, we're gonna talk about why I personally believe Diddy has ended up on Kanye West hit list. Let's talk about it because in case you are not aware, Kanye West has released a list of people that he says these people, they have betrayed him. And if his daughter is on the list, you know that Kanye West is still on the deep end because we know that North is not going to betray her father. She's going to do everything possible to give him all the help and support that he needs to get through a challenging time. But the reason why Kanye West is seeing it as a betrayal, in my opinion, is because North is getting older. She's getting wiser. She understands what is going on with him. She understands what will happen and what can happen if he doesn't get proper health and treatment. Some kind of treatment is necessary. And I believe that is what his daughter has been trying to get through to him with. And I believe North has been supporting Bianca with trying to get Kanye some amount of help, which he has refused. So I believe that's how North ended up on his betrayal list. Now, as it relates to Diddy, let's get into that because I believe that this is coming from the trial. If you guys remember, Ye has been very vocal about freeing Diddy, free Puff, free Diddy all along. All this time. And if you can remember also when Jane Doe took the stand, Jane Doe basically left some trail of crumbs that indicated that Kanye West and Bianca, they were at a hotel suite where Bianca got smashed by a male ex-worker. Kanye West was there. Jane Doe, flashed the room and all of that. So Kanye West showed up to court the following day after that testimony. Now, after Kanye West showed up to court, Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, he had a sit down with TMZ because he does a lot of interviews with TMZ. He does, all of Diddy's attorney, they talk to TMZ. TMZ has a podcast with Harvey. It's called, I think, the Angry Man Podcast. So they speak to Diddy's attorney to get some insight as to what is going on in the case as the case develops and as the trial develops, right? So after Sean Diddy Combs, sentencing, no, it was before the sentencing, my bad. So it was after the prosecution and the prosecutor and the defendants delivered their final argument. Mark Agnifilo said, you know, he was asked about Kanye West showing up to support Diddy. And his response, this is not verbatim, I'm just paraphrasing here. So he said that, you know, while it is good and, you know, he would hope that Kanye's intention in showing up to court, you know, towards Diddy and supporting Diddy is good, at the same time, he doesn't think that it is the best thing for Diddy at this point in time. No, that was a slap in the face to Kanye West. And I mean, let's keep it real. Anyone in Kanye's shoe, they would feel hurt just the same. They would feel betrayed, even though it's coming from Diddy's lawyer and not Diddy himself. Because think about it for a second. Kanye West was here on the internet going all out defending Diddy. He basically released a collaboration that included his daughter North, which Kim basically said, no, do not release the collaboration. He still went ahead and did that because he wanted to get under Kim's skin and he wanted to prove his loyalty to Diddy. But Kanye West, this is the thing with Kanye. That's why I say sometimes he plays the role of Jesus, or as some would say, Jesus. Kanye believes in this all forgiving, being kind. No matter how horrible someone has been to him, he forgets and he forgives easily. And that is one of his major problems. You can forgive people, but you have to, you know, have them at a boundary. With Diddy, he did not have Sean Diddy Combs at a boundary. And I said to you guys, Kanye West supporting Diddy is gonna turn around and bite him in his ass. Because whenever Kanye West goes out on a limb to support people, for some reason, they always come back at him. I saw that happening to him when George Floyd died. Kanye West paid for George Floyd's daughter's tuition, right? Based on what I saw in a few reports, right? It wasn't broadcast that he was the first to donate to the family, but the moment that he said something that was distasteful to the family about George Floyd, they were threatening to sue him. And I was saying, but that doesn't make any sense, because if you're going to sue him over unpleasantries, it would be best to give back the donation. You cannot be holding on to someone's donation and then threaten to sue them. That doesn't make sense. So he has this pattern of always being the first to, go out on a limb for people. And when he does it, something happens in the midst of it where people find his actions to be so unforgiving, even though he is so forgiven to those individuals at a later date turn around to be so unforgiving to him that they say, oh, they don't want him in their circle and all of that. So even though we didn't hear from Sean Diddy Combs directly, we heard from Mark Agnifilo. Mark Agnifilo was saying, it's just not a good time for Kanye West to support Sean Diddy Combs. He doesn't want that, wouldn't have want that. And as such, we didn't see Kanye West showing up to support Diddy since then. I haven't seen or heard of any posts from Kanye West supporting Diddy. And I believe that, if you remember, there was a article that was released as well wherein Diddy said to Kanye he doesn't want to be used as a collateral damage between him and the drama with Kim Kardashian. Diddy told him to focus on his career, focus on his creativity. And I believe Kanye West took an offense to that. I also believe there were other conversations with Kanye West and the family. And I believe Diddy asked Kanye West to bow out gracefully, stop supporting him, because if Kanye West kept supporting Diddy, because Diddy was, yes, they want to get us. But Kanye West was going on a lot of rants. He was going off on a lot of people. And with Diddy, Diddy's trying to prove himself to be a upstanding citizen. Kanye West, on the other hand, at this point in time, is seen as an outcast. And this is how Diddy has always treated Kanye West. And as I've said to you guys remember those videos as well. When Kanye West did that White Lives Matter t-shirt, Diddy was the first person to stand up and tell the world, do not support the t-shirt, do not buy it, right? He didn't say, you know what? I'm going to talk to Kanye West privately. I'm going to let him know that I don't support him, but I'm not going to come publicly to trash him. Diddy did not have a problem with trashing Kanye West publicly. And I use that video as an example to say Diddy is not going to show any gratitude to Kanye West. He's going to use Kanye for the moment that he can, but the moment that things looks, displeasing to the public as it relates to Kanye's image, he's going to pull himself away and he's going to tell Kanye West not to speak on his behalf. And as such, I believe this is why Diddy is now on Kanye West's betrayal list. And I told you guys it would have happened. I told y'all it would have happened. And now here we are. It did happen exactly as I said it would. And this is not anything new when it comes to Kanye West. It is something that I've observed with him time and time and time again. He will always go out on a limb to fight for people, protect people, to help people. But whenever he's in a corner, sometimes, not all the time, because a lot of people do step forward to help Kanye. A lot of his friends, they have stepped forward to help Kanye West. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So sometimes he really doesn't get back what he gives. He consistently gives. And when he does all of that, basically, and he needs someone in return, no one is ever there for him, or people are hardly ever there for him. So now you guys see exactly what I was saying when it comes to Kanye West and Diddy. I told you guys that it would have ended bad, and we're going to see Kanye West giving us hints that something went down between him and Diddy, and now you guys are literally seeing it exactly as I said you would. So it's definitely not coming as any surprise there. But anywho, guys, we know that, Kanye is going through a lot, and he's basically saying that he's in a lot of pain and no one can help him. And that is true. He's in a lot of pain. No one can help him. He has to help himself. He has to take the initiative. He has to want people to help him, because so many people have offered their assistance in the past. And at present, I do believe that he's still being offered assistance, but he's refusing all the help that he's getting because he wants to have things his way. And sometimes his way might not be what is ideal for him at this point in time. And as I've always said, if Kanye truly was searching for a fix, a remedy, a cure, a treatment, he is always going to Tokyo. He's always going to China. China has natural medicine hospitals, not just a medical practice, hospitals that deals with natural medicine. And he could have taken one of those options, but does Kanye really want help? We really cannot judge that, because you know what? Mental health, it is selfish. And when it comes to especially like bipolar disorder, depending on what stage he's at, because some people, they're just like depressive bipolar. So once they get, a very low dose of their medication, they function at optimal peak. Kanye West appears to be a bit on the very deep end. So I think, and because so many years have passed, I think it's going to take long-term treatment and therapy for him to even get back to a version of himself where we don't see him crashing out on people on the internet. He's gonna always be vocal. I don't think any illness or anything can take that away from him. He's gonna consistently be vocal because that is always who he has been. And as such, I believe that, no matter what they do, he's gonna still have that part of him there. But I do believe that, Kanye West is married to Bianca. It is so hard for them to trust people when they have that disorder. They just feel as though everyone is their enemy. And that is his reality. It feels so real to him that, you would have to trick Kanye West into getting help. There's normally one way they trick people like Kanye in getting help. They would have to tell him like, hey, there's this hospital in China. They deal with natural medicine for people who have bipolar disorder. They've seen you beaten this disease and they would like to talk to you. That's the only way, because I've been looking into this thing a lot. And for people like Kanye West, you have to basically boost their ego. And that's the only way you can get them into or trick them into getting help. So I guess Bianca is going to have to come up, Bianca and Northwest, because it seems as though North is on the help daddy get help team and he's not happy about it. But I mean, that little girl, she has, massive strength for her to be standing up, facing all of this, and irrespective of her dad's erratic behavior, she still wants to be around him. She still loves him unconditionally. And I would hope that something sparks in Kanye's head when he looks at his kids and say, you know what? It is time for me to get some help. But anywho, guys, we were here to talk about why Sean Diddy Combs is on Kanye's betrayal list. I believe Diddy was like, don't speak on my behalf. It's not helping me. It's hurting my case. And Kanye West has taken offense to it. But Sean Diddy Combs has always been about himself. He has been about himself in the past, and he's going to consistently be about himself. If you look at even the case, how he's convinced that he's innocent and he's, appealing his conviction, not saying that he shouldn't, because, that's his right, but he is convinced in his head that he did nothing to these women, irrespective of the overwhelming amount of evidence. He's convinced he didn't do anything. And, as such, you just know that the guy is just deeply self-centered. He's all about himself. And Kanye has seen the side of Diddy before, so it should never come as any surprise. And I told him that it was definitely gonna happen because that's just who the guy is. But anywho, guys, let me know what's your 2 cents on the matter, providing that you have an opinion. Leave it below. While you're at it, do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. And if you like videos like these, be sure to thumbs up, leave a comment so that whenever I upload a new video, you can be notified. Stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.